Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense, but I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, that means it's something very, very, very important. Not important to liberals, libertards, people who believe in God, people like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT, people who like escapism drugs, okay, people who like to fit in with other people who like validation, people who are religious, people who wear tattoos. There's a lot of you knuckleheads. Let's get off my channel, okay? My videos are not for you. I'm very eccentric. I'm not ambitious. I'm at peace. And I know why we are all here in this prison planet. Okay? Or you may call it the Matrix. Okay? But anyway, I have to get people off of here because my videos are interesting to the very, very small and few. And I have to ramble on a little bit because there are people who just don't want to listen. And they'll just try to watch my videos because I look kind of weird or cringy or whatever. I don't give a flying monkey's ass. But let's get on with the topic for today. It's been 1 minute and, of course, 12 seconds, 13 seconds. Okay. So this video is going to be about the solution and conclusion for false allegations and how to handle money grubbing whores of Babylon, gold diggers, and predominantly effeminate feminists who try to extort money from men. Okay, you know that. This also can pertain to women who get falsely accused for things too, CPS and stuff like that. And I believe strongly that this could be a very easy solution, a good fix for people making anonymous phone calls, spiteful phone calls, and also to protect the very wealthy males out there, okay? Do you know why Oprah is not married to that man? Do you know why she doesn't get married? Because she knows he's going to take half, all right? So this is why we have prenups. This is why we should have mandatory paternity tests before the child is taken from the hospital. Because if the woman says straight up, this is you are the father, and that test comes back and that test finds out that he's not the father, she should be liable. Okay, I believe in that. I believe strongly that whoredom must be put to an end. It must be put to a stop. Okay, and more women are more likely to be whores than men are. Okay, so we already know this. Okay, so the conclusion to all this false harassments, okay, and these false allegations, anonymous calls, they should just stop those things. Those are hearsays. You don't need to purchase a lawyer. The state should provide attorneys for those individual sectors so he can close the case immediately because the state is being paid, okay, to protect the people, right? In America, in America. Now, America has something more than any other country in the world. That's called the Bill of Rights and the freedom of speech, right? So we have more diversity in America than any other immigrants internationally than any other country. And right now I am in Sierra Leone, and you may hear some music in the background, which may most likely be not allow this video to be shown. So I'm gonna go inside because I do not want my video to be pulled down because I hear some fucking music in the background for a minute, and it should just be goddamn free. If music is being played that's another thing too, you know. If music is being played in the background, okay, and I'm not using it for, you know, purposes, and then they should just cancel that out too. It's free. Anything that's in the air, okay, it's just free. If it's shown in public and somebody wants to show it, do something, and some music goes by, they have no right to take the music and say, oh, this is licensed, and then take your videos and pull it down. Nintendo does shit like that, and I know about Nintendo's greed, okay? But anyway, I want to get on with the topic for today. The topic is the same what I just said. Okay, one of the fix of the problems in America when it comes down there. Hello, how you been?
Fine, thank you.
All right, okay. In America, with false hearsay charges, false allegations. As I said before, there is no evidence for these things. These are just words with no video footage, no nothing. They need to be thrown out. Okay, and as I said before, somebody makes a false call on a wealthy individual like Donald Trump. Many times Trump has been thrown in the courts with some false allegations or some sexual charge. Look at P. Diddy, all that other stuff. As I said before, when people talk There is absolutely no proof. I went through it myself, and I was like, yo, I thought that the courts would go by evidence. No, they're not going on evidence. They're going by what they feel. They're going to push the case further and further and further because of people's perspective. But the whole case is dragging on, causing the plaintiff stress when they're just in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's the football players who got sued, they thrown in jail, lost a portion of their lives because of conspiring bimbo women who are evil, and this happens. And so the best way to fix these problems before it gets into the court is to just sign away. Just sign away. There's no settlements there. It's just, that's what women do. Women have told me that they go through courts to get a settlement so they can basically, close the case. So the guy don't want to spend so much money on attorneys, which is extortion, okay? And so she should be charged for that. Do you understand? So if a woman is found out, most likely it's predominantly a female or someone on the other line who's effeminate or a feminist most likely, on the other line making a call, a false allegation call or a spiteful call, it don't need to be investigated, okay? It doesn't need to be investigated because there's no proof. You shouldn't go to court without evidence. And hearsay should be disabolished. Like, for example, the thing with R. Kelly and everything, with that girl lying about her age, that has to be thrown out. All those cases should be thrown out. But the reason why they go on is because the courts can make money off of it. Okay? That's the Diddy thing, that they can make money off of that. And they're using the tax people's money as an excuse to push it, keep pushing it, keep pushing it, keep pushing it. It happened to me, man. You can be honest as hell, and they'll try to find some sort of negative in what you're doing as a positive. I've gotten in trouble twice for calling the cops, all right, for doing absolutely nothing with no evidence, no DNA, and it's not about the attorney. I'm telling you, it's not about the attorney. It's the system that's set up because either whatever bias reason, because you're black, or because of the fact you got a lot of money. It doesn't matter. They do not care. And I say, hey, why is this case going on? I've already proven myself. I came here myself. And then you put yourself in danger, even if you broke no laws. It's a very complex system with the justice system, and I'd like it to be fixed. Just like mandatory paternity cases, they should be fixed because you can't take the baby out of the hospital unless the DNA is done on that spot. Okay, on that spot, it should be done already. If it's found out that the child is not his, she should be charged for whoredom. There should be a whoredom charge. Like I said before, I talk about facts, and from my anecdotal experiences, I know, what I know personally, I'm not going on what other people think about their statistics or whatever, and you already know what you saw on the internet. If you did your research, it says women and women don't get along. They're 10 times more likely to divorce in any monogamous relationships, obviously, but I'm not blaming all women here, I'm just saying that's how you can fix the situation. If it's found out that you're making a false allegation on anyone, you suspect or something, and then the cops should be asking you, inquire, because it's against the law to make up false allegations. Did you actually see? Were you a witness? You have to ask those questions now, coppers and snitches, because there's snitches leak to ditches, and usually a snitch is usually a bad person, Now, if you're the neighborhood watch, that's different. That's different. The neighborhood watch and a snitch is different. People don't know what a snitch is. A snitch is when an evil person snitches on another evil person. That's what a snitch is. Now the neighborhood watch, if someone says, hey, I just saw this person touch someone, you're going to need to record that. You can't speak about that stuff. You cannot speak about someone touching and fondling any kids without some sort of video footage. You can't do that. They need to change these laws. If someone says they hit me or something like that, I got to be in the vicinity where I'm being recorded at all times. If I have a bruise on me and people witnessed it, even that, you're gonna need videos for that. That's why we need these cameras everywhere so we can bona fide and say, hey, this person hit this person, because people lie, people make up shit. And it's kind of sad that it has to be this way. Now, I know I'm in a situation I have to defend myself, so the cops don't know what to do because they are going through the speculative courts. And that's what's going to have to be fixed. But that's all I really want to say about that. You're gonna need cameras everywhere because hearsay is getting out of hand with these women. And a lot of times women are just making up shit because they're spiteful or bitter, and that's the end of it. There should be a law for that. There should be a protective means to where I'm going over 10 minutes with this because it's very important that you guys should have cameras on you at all times. You in your homes, you should have cameras. You should have all year round. Okay, someone may say, years ago you did something. No, those cases are what you call it, statutory of limitations. Okay, nobody's really bringing that up. Okay, there's a statute of limitation. You can't just pop it up like I was 15 years and you're 40 years old, claiming that someone raped you. No, those cases are gone. Okay, but for some reason nobody's talking about that. Okay, and, when someone says, "Have you been touched in a detention center?" and I'm like, wait a minute, but how do you prove that? How do you prove that Michael Jackson touched any kids or whatever, and that shit happened over 20 years ago or 10 years ago, right? You can't. So they have to be thrown out, and then he has to spend money on attorneys because that's a form of extortion through the system and also through the people that made those allegations. Do you understand what I'm saying here? How detriment that is? That it must be removed? Because I got myself in trouble by thinking that the law goes on evidence. No, it doesn't go on evidence. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. Okay, I'm sorry. It doesn't go on evidence. It goes on hearsay and it goes on bigotry. All right? And I hope people understand that whenever you're online, anybody can defame your character because they are speculative. They are making speculations. Like if I see someone saying that I'm like this, I got them recorded saying it, okay? I got them recorded, and I'm like, I can get money for that. I've not encountered a rich person to say anything bad about me because they know they can get sued, okay, for defamation of character. I can go to a lawyer pro bono and say, we get paid for this. And if he's a good lawyer, he'll do it pro bono. You can go to a lawyer pro bono and say, hey, we want to file criminal charges on defamation of character. Okay, that's what women do. That's what women do. Okay, and if they look at your case and you got this video, all you need is a video of them saying some shit, and then you show that all these viewers are starting to hit up on this video because of that one video, because what he said or she said. You can get a lot of money for that. That's what women told me. They told me that shit, okay? And I told you, back in my heydays, women tell me all sorts of crazy shit. You guys don't know about it. You gals and you guys don't know about it. It's kind of sad. It has to be put to a stop. But it's going to keep going on until it runs across amok to the wrong guys. Just like this one woman, okay, who went through CPS and then she went through the court system and she has a Bachelor of Science in Children's and Youth Department and Services. And her ass is going straight to the neck to the Supreme Court to stop these goddamn CPS's people from stealing and kidnapping kids. So you see what happens when it happens to the wrong person. They don't understand that the laws need to be fixed. Okay? Only in America we got something called the Bill of Rights. In no other countries. I can't talk shit about any country when I'm in there. All right? I just talk about the things that can be improved, okay? But other than that, right now I'm still in Sierra Leone. I'll be back, and I will basically post my videos when I get back home. You can't post videos because it takes too much data. But other than that, that's all I really gotta say because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. If you have any comments, questions, insults, or even roastness, you put that shit down below. I do not care too much about the public opinion about anything, and neither should you. You should not be caring about the public opinion. You can tell people how you think and what you feel, but don't say that you know by fact, okay? When you don't know that person from a can of paint, and that's called defamation of character, okay? But other than that, if you keep talking about something, you'll go do something like Alex Jones, okay, talking about Sandy Hook. Okay, and if you're a popular person or a broadcaster, okay, you got to be careful. They can sue you for damages. Don't become popular and too ambitious. You will be caught. Other than that, that's all I really want to say, guys. And just protect yourself. Always wear a body cam, and you wear have cameras in your house. It protects me because I know everywhere I'm going, I'm being tracked. I'd rather be tracked than if somebody say, "Oh, he was with this." No, I'm outside the country. I ain't gonna worry about that shit. Okay, get out of the country, guys. Y'all on the grid. Yeah, everybody's on the grid when you're in America. You're on the grid, okay? Other than that, y'all have a nice day, and God bless. Now, I don't believe in God, but I'm just saying God bless. God's self. Yourself, goddammit, okay? Be at peace with your own inner God, okay? Protect your God, okay? Because you should know why you're here in this world. You should know why. You can't watch my videos when you got a bunch of people around. You can't watch my videos when you got a bunch of people around. You can't do it. You can't do it. You won't be able to pay attention. Okay? But other than that, that's what my videos are intended. My videos are not intended for the general masses of asses because I speak too much truth. But other than that, y'all have a nice day. Peace.